Hey everyone, it's Sabrina.
And I'm Stacy.
And we are
Homeschooled by Two Chicks.
This podcast is brought to you by Vitali Inspection Services.
In our podcast, we are going to be educating and entertaining our listeners with topics such as
local businesses, real estate agents. We'll be discussing topics such as charities and the charity that was founded by Carlo Vitali, as well as talking to our inspectors and the gadgets that they use.
Do you hear that? It's Inspector Vitali and his crew. It must be time for another home inspection. I'm sure they'll check your chimney too. Look at oil tanks and radon levels. Gotta check sewer lines are clear. Termites and pesky bugs, beware. Inspector Vitali and his crew will be there.
Hey everyone, so we are here today on Homeschooled by Two Chicks with Mr. Chris Martin from Elegance Custom Clothiers. Stacy and I are on, and also our founder and boss, Carlo Vitali, is on with us as well today. Hi everyone, how are you?
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's a pleasure to be on.
So Stacy and I met Chris at a South Jersey Real Producers event, which was owned by Keenan Anderson. He had an event in South Jersey at a country club, and we were networking, and Stacy and I were sitting there, and along comes this beautiful couple and sits at our table, right, Stacy?
Yeah, in his nice suit jacket.
Yes, and Stacy automatically, and we called out how sharp dressed both of them were, but especially Mr. Chris Martin. And we asked him, what he does. And he explained that he owns his own business in Voorhees, right, Chris?
Yes.
And it's called Elegance Custom Clothiers. And so, Chris, could you tell us a little bit about your business and the experience that a customer would have coming into your shop?
Absolutely. First of all, I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I appreciate, the kind words, the lead up. That was nice of you guys. But yeah, we're based in Voorhees, New Jersey, Elegance Custom Clothiers. The owner's actually name is Michael Edwards, and I'll get into more of that, as I speak about, my journey and everything. But, we provide a unique experience here. We like to make our clients feel, like they're the most important people, in the world at the time, right? They come in here, some people have ideas of what they want or, visions of, something that they saw. And some people just come with a blank slate and like, listen, mold me into what you want. So it's like, you either have some canvas to work with or a blank canvas. So it's an exciting part of my job where I get to sit down, and kind of build out what the client wants to see or as the client views himself. And here we like to say, you look special, which helps you feel special so you can be special, right? So our job is to help you look special so that you can in turn feel special. And then as you begin to feel special, you can go out in the world and be special. So that's what we like to pride ourselves on. And we take serious, we take it to heart, because I know, with a well-tailored suit or not even just so the suit, just what good fitting clothes can do to your confidence and can do to your psyche. It's extremely important. That's why I always try to, dress for success, so to speak. That's corny, but it's actually, there's some life to it. There's some proof in the pudding.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
And we actually got to experience the experience when we tricked Mr. Carlo Vitali into coming to the shop with you and really seeing like hands-on what you do. And Carlo, if you want to talk a little bit about what happened, when we entered the space and how that kind of unfolded and what it led up to, that would be awesome if you could tell us about that.
Absolutely, guys. Yeah. First, thank you for tricking me. It was well worth it.
Yeah.
And first upon arriving to Chris's store there, I wasn't too sure what to expect. Right. It was, you're coming in, we're going to measure, we're going to just see how everything goes. We're going to get measured and just feel an experience, right? When we talked to Chris a little bit, he was like, we have an experience here, like he said, that's like no other, right? And it definitely did not disappoint. You know, upon arriving to the establishment, we got in, and the place, you walk in and you're like in another world, right? He's got everything that you would ever want for a nice suit, right? He also does women's clothing. While we were there was a woman who walked in and she was getting her dress fitted, a just older dress, and then she was getting it fitted for herself, and he was right on top of that. You could see that she just walked in and felt very comfortable, sat down, and Chris took care of her as well. But my experience, so walking in, Chris was amazing, professional. He explained every little detail of how he would be able to help me. And I'm a blank slate, like he said. I was like, mold me, show me what you got, and let's see how it goes. He was courteous, every little detail he was showing me throughout the entire journey and an experience, offering beverages along the way, and just showing me what it can be. We had an amazing conversation, and he made me feel very comfortable and very confident. And I didn't even have a suit on yet, right? He was explaining to me all the details of why a suit should fit the way it fits, and the reason why it fits the way it fits, and the details on that. It went from head to toe. You know, he does it all. And let me tell you, when I got this suit and I tried it on, talk about feeling confident, it fit perfect. Every inch fit perfect. You put that suit on, that last piece, you put that jacket on, and you know, you feel like a superhero, right? You feel special, you look special, feel special, and you go out there and you know, definitely be special. So it's definitely something that I think everybody should experience and do. If you're able to wear this type of clothing every day, it's great. You know, unfortunately, I don't wear that clothing every day, but that does not mean that you can't dress special and feel special in what you're wearing in every day, right? It's just got to fit the right way to your body. And I know Chris is out there to help anybody that needs that, whether you're a contractor or a businessman. It doesn't mean that your clothes can't fit the right way, and you're just not even feeling special and getting out there and being special, but you got to be comfortable when you're working as well. So it just makes you feel better while you're out there doing your everyday things. So Chris, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate what you did for me. And you definitely have a lifelong person here to be with you on anything I need, man. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Sabrina, for the awesome experience. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Man.
You guys are amazing. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm glad you guys chose us and trusted us, and I'm glad that you love it, man. That's why I do it, right there, for that response right there, man. I'm very grateful for that, and I'm grateful for your transparency, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you guys for setting that up. Thank you, Carlo, for being, you know, a great canvas for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I got a question for you. So
absolutely.
Doing what you do throughout the years, and you've been doing it for a while, I guess, and I'm sure Stacey and Sabrina get into that a little bit. Is there anyone in particular that you felt that you had the toughest time, or took you the longest to be able to get out there and feel that way? Like, is there somebody that, you know, for me, I felt that way the first time. It was great. I knew what I was getting into, but I'm sure some people it never took. They didn't want to do it, but eventually they kept with it, and it stuck with it. Was there somebody like that at all?
As far as me, like tailoring them or fitting
not
them,
even tailoring them, like not feeling like somebody that comes to you and says, you know what, I got a new job, I got something, and I need to dress the part for it, but didn't really feel where it wasn't really fitting into it, right? But they kept on doing it. And then do you see that change, is I guess kind of what I'm asking. Like somebody that's coming back to you, do you see that change in their personality because of the way they're dressing?
Absolutely. And it's more so, you know, after they see the finished product, you know, people don't always know what to expect, you know, and we try to exceed expectations. So if a guy comes to me and he's not used to this, or he's been dealing with a lot of off the rack stuff, he's not used to seeing something custom to his measurements. And, you know, maybe maybe there's certain things that he's self-conscious about, you know, in the way he looks or the way certain things fit on him. So as a tailor, it's my job to hide those flaws, so to speak, and, you know, really bring out the accentuate the good parts of his body. So what we do is we try to do certain things to, you know, hide certain things, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously you guys wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but in general terms, exactly we try to hide the flaws, right? We try to hide the flaws so we can, you know, bring out the good things about the body or the good things about that client. So there have been times where a guy wasn't, you know, too sure, and, you know, upon receiving the final product, you know, you can see their eyes light up, and they have been repeat customers, you know, because they're like, man, I put that suit on, and it's not just them knowing it, it's the people around them like, oh, that thing is sharp. That's nice. You know, that feeds the ego a little bit, you know, and that builds confidence up as well. So them wearing it out and people seeing a different side of them that they've never seen before, that adds to the whole experience. That, you know, generates a client for life, you know, because now they trust you, and now the expectation is, you know, is met, that they're going to step out and then they're going to look a certain way when they go out somewhere, you know.
Of course.
Chris, we're lucky that we met you actually that night, because Carlo is one of the hardest person in the world to buy for. He has everything. So, and I kept seeing that jacket with, like, you know, what you did with the inside, the Vitali inspection. Yeah. So I was like, oh, can you please do it? And then you gave it to us in such a short time. We were like, oh, thank God.
I know you guys, I had to make it happen for you guys, because you guys were amazing from start to finish, you know. And again, it's something that you have to trust the person with, and you guys didn't know me that well, and you instilled that trust in me. Yeah. That goes a long way with me as well, and I appreciate that.
And thanks for dodging some of Carlo's calls too. When he was, when Carlo was calling you, you're like, he's calling.
Oh, listen, you know, nothing's free. You know, I was like, hey, man, I said, you're going to send me something for this? He's like, oh, you know.
Well, and just to preface, just for the people who are listening and that don't know what we're talking about, when we were in the process of getting this custom made suit for Carlo and he didn't know about it, and we had to send Chris these special files with the Vitali logo so he could create this lining inside, and trying to keep this a secret from Carlo for a couple months. And Carlo's like pursuing Chris, like, dude, I want something here. And he's just brushing him off because we already had something in the works. So it was just a real interesting challenge. And Chris, you handled it beautifully. So thank you. But I do think, like you said, the whole thing about trusting you from the beginning, a lot of that came from the initial experience. So totally walking in and having and feeling that comfort when you walk into this beautiful room with leather couches and this carved tree in the wall where you house your beautiful whiskeys, and just walking us through the process, it's just a very welcoming and comforting zone that you put people into from the beginning and gain people's trust from the beginning. So I think that's an amazing thing to have out there in the world. I don't think a lot of businesses care as much to do that. And it's really nice that you do that. It's also something we try to do at Vitali. So it was kind of one of those things where we wanted Carlo to see it. We wanted to see it and experience it. And obviously it's not the same as a home inspection, but of course you always want your business to present itself that you can establish trust for your client. Right. And I think that that's an important message to give to everybody and for us to take away.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We try to, when people come in, we try to, you know, personify our name. So our name being elegance, we try to, you know, personify that from head to toe, from top to bottom. You know, everything that the client experiences, we want it to be in elegance. So that's why.
How did you come up with that? Did you already establish that name, or was this, you had mentioned Michael earlier, the owner. So how did you come up with this business name? Was it already in existence? Tell us a little bit about that.
And I'll just give you like my a little backstory, and it'll lead, tie it all together. So I actually, growing up, I've always been into, not been into, I was a basketball player, right? I played Division I in college. I played for Danny and Bobby Hurley. I then went to coach at the University of Rhode Island with Danny Hurley for 4 years. And during that time, I've always been into fashion, always loved it, always cared about how I looked. But it was when I was coaching that I really learned that how much I love suits, because I had to wear them all the time. They're not wearing them now because of, they relaxed the dress code a little bit in college basketball. But when I was coaching, it was suits all the time, right? So I would sit there the night before or a few nights before, and I'm matching, putting stuff together, matching. Now, I didn't know as much as I know now about, customizing, tailoring, all of those things, but it was just something that, I gravitated to it and I loved it. And then I would start, doing stuff for the coaches. I would start putting outfits together for the coaches and styling them and doing stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I love this. So, as I moved on in my career, I decided to go down a different path. And I came back to New Jersey because I was living in Rhode Island, and I didn't know, who I would partner with or who would take me in, because tailoring is almost like a sacred thing. As a tailor, people don't like to train their competition, right? So you have to be wary about who you let in. It's a big trust thing when you're letting somebody in your business. So in such an intimate business, us being a service. So long story short, I met with Mike Edwards. Now, Mike has been sewing for over 40 years. Right? He was a child prodigy, and he didn't even know he was a sewer until he took a sewing class and made a pair of pants, and they were incredible. He was about 12 years old, and from there, he just threw himself into it, and he started the business maybe 30 years ago. He started Elegance Clothing, Custom Clothiers. He was, in his basement sewing things from scratch and doing all these other things, making prom dresses, making things for his teachers, like anything you can think of, he was running a business. So that's been my mentor. He's taught me everything. We partnered up maybe 5 years ago, and then about 3 years ago, we stepped into the space, the storefront, and it's been official. It will be 2 years at 2 years in 3 years, I'm sorry, in July, where we have been officially open, like the doors have been open. So 4 years at the space, 3 years open. So it's been, it's been a journey. We're still growing. We're still young. We're young down here, but we're excited. We're excited about the future. We're excited where it can head. But he got the name by by one of his friends, gave it to him. They used to be like, oh, there go Elegance there. That's Elegance right there. And he stuck with it. He was like, you know what? I like that. Well, I'm gonna call it Elegance Custom Clothiers. And that's where everybody knows him, and that's where everybody knows me now. And we're going to continue to push it forward. We're excited about the future.
That's great.
Sorry to be long-winded.
So and just to clarify, because I know Carlo mentioned earlier, so you do obviously a lot of men's custom suits. You also do some women's tailoring. You also do things with leathers and furs, correct?
Yes, we do. Not so much fur. Like, we can accentuate a piece. We can accent a piece with fur, but fur pieces as the base, we don't really work with that. But leather, we do. Yes, leather awesome. Jackets, we do.
And you have accessories as well, correct?
Yes, we do. We do accessories, ties, bow ties, handkerchiefs. We have our own line of underwear. We have our own line of socks. We have shoes now. Like, we're expanding. We're getting into all of those things. We're just trying to be well-rounded and make sure we provide every service we can. Exactly.
One-stop shop. I love it. And leaving feeling like Carlos said, like a superhero. That's amazing.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
anything, Carlo or Stacy, anything else you want to chat with Chris about?
No, I'm okay, but we do need to thank Keenan because if we didn't go to Keenan's event, we
Yes.
wouldn't have
Absolutely.
met Chris.
Yes, absolutely. It's important that you never know who you're going to meet at a networking event, right?
Ever, never.
Absolutely right,
I
guys.
never thought I would meet you guys. You guys have been great. You know, I'm happy that I met you guys. First of all, you funny. You know, I didn't know many people there. Now, you know, my wife gravitated towards you guys. You made the night easy.
Thank you.
We'd love to hear that. Thank you. And same to you. It's nice to make a connection. We know that we're going to be partners in business and friendships down the road. So it's nice that, you can establish something like that at an event where you don't know what's going to happen, right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah,
That's
guys,
why they have them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Keenan's doing an awesome job, man. He's got some great things happening, and I'm glad to be a part of it. With Keenan and Josh, and what they're making happen. And
Yes.
I think elegance is on the frontier of all of that, man. So I appreciate everything you're doing. And the one thing, they brought me down there of the, they wanted to show me your experience. And I'll tell you one thing that you said that really stuck out and that I took from it, right? Talking about the experience is, and we try to do this as well. But it's something that I've been doing more and trying to push on my guys more from that experience with you is making sure you're allowing your customers to feel like they're the only ones at that particular time, right? Making them feel 100% special at that time that you're with them. So thank you for that, man, for bringing that back to the forefront. So that's good. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris, so much for your time today and for allowing us to be part of your experience. And we look forward to doing more with you. And, we'll be sending everybody your way that we possibly can.
Thank you so much, guys. And I know you guys are, further north than we are. If you guys need me to come up there, I'm mobile. So if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I'll make it happen.
We love that. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
We'll talk to
your time.
you soon.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right,
Thank you.
later, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.